Financial disclaimer. The information provided in this stream is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered as professional financial or investment advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the content presented here is based on our personal opinions and experiences. Investing in stocks and other financial instruments involves risk, including the potential loss of capital. Any investment decisions you make are solely your own responsibility, and you should conduct your own research and consult with a qualified financial professional before making any investment choices. The content we share on this stream may not be accurate, complete, or up to date. Market conditions and financial regulations can change rapidly, and we cannot guarantee the accuracy or reliability of the information presented. We do not endorse or promote any specific stocks, companies, or investment strategies. Any actions you take based on the content of this stream are at your own risk, and we will not be held liable for any losses or damages that may occur as a result. Always remember that past performance is not indicative of future results, and no investment is guaranteed to be profitable. Make informed decisions and consider your risk tolerance before investing any funds. By accessing and using this stream, you acknowledge and agree that we are not responsible for any investment decisions you make as a result of the content presented. You are encouraged to seek advice from qualified financial professionals for personalized guidance. Please invest responsibly, and only with money you can afford to lose.
Hey man, just found the next guaranteed multi-bagger.
Hey man, you found another one? What is it this time?
Come check this out.
Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. This is the Laughing Stock. I'm Redding Johnny. Welcome to the stream, and today we're gonna talk a little bit about ALTO, because they had a Q2 report. When was it? Yesterday? No, on Tuesday after market. And I thought it was very good. I see there are some mixed results in the comment sections and stuff like that. But I mean, if you don't think that was a good report and a promising report for the future, I think you have a very negative view of the company and management. I would even argue that you know, Dane and I have been talking a bit about ALTO. I've been in ALTO for a long time, and I've been on the stream saying that you know, management is not all bad here. They have delivered in the past, and I think it's hard to argue against them now. It seems like they have a promising outlook for the remaining of 2024. And don't get me wrong, this is still a show me story. Everyone now is waiting for Q3 and that they need to deliver on the numbers then. But just keep in mind, in between, in that time, we can get news. They were saying they were going to update the market on some updates on the Magic Valley plant. We're going to talk a bit about that later. And just go back, if you don't look here, if we go back like a year, even here, this was in the period, right, that we are in now. It went here from very, very, very low, and then just got momentum, and this is around where we are now, and it went all the way up towards you know, Q3 to, I think in a day there it reached $5, and then it fell on a very bad report, and it has been trading in the gutter since. And people have been very negative towards management, but in my view, this was the beginning of what I hoped for. They showed that the upgrades to the plants is starting to pay off. I think they updated the market pretty well, and I see there's some frustrations about how they struggle to communicate how the industry works and all the details and stuff like that. But and I can understand it, and I can agree with that also, but you can't really fault them this time for performance, I think. And that was reflected in the numbers big time. And now everything seems to, like, they are firing on all cylinders. And if they said margins was holding up towards Q3, they expected a very good Q3 report. So that's what we are waiting for now, right? But this one was important, that they didn't mess up anything, and that they could also provide us with information that they are on the right path, and they 100% did that, in my opinion. And then the next question is, what, if anyone can answer me, what are the market smoking? Because they must be smoking something weird, because we have been waiting on this report, and then it sends it up like 14%. Then it ended the day on like 5, 6, 7%. I don't remember even. And then today 2% down. So no one cares. It seems like no one cares about this report, but I do. I know Justin do. I know Dane do. So there's a lot of people who maybe I bought more. I averaged down, and I bought more stocks in ALTO. I've been telling you guys I was waiting a little bit on this. I had my cash position, so I that I waited for in terms of waiting for ALTO's report, and when I saw it didn't go so much up, I bought more. And I took the opportunity, because I think even by now this has no business trading so close to or you know, in the $1 range even. So now I bought more, and I'm happy with that. I have already a new cash position ready, so it didn't affect me in terms of that. So I'm ready to buy even more and diversify more. And today on the stream, I think I found some interesting tickers that I'm going to go through. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, ALTO down today, believe it or not. I don't care. I bought more, so it's all good. I saw some, this is on Justin's article, just on ALTO. I saw some comments here, and I'm gonna, I listened to the call. I'm gonna just update you on what I think about it here, and then you can. The transcript is not out yet, so I think on the weekend when Dane and I meet on Sunday, we can go through and have the transcript, and it would be a bit more easy to show you guys what we are referring to and all that stuff. But there has been some new comments here. And this was the first one. I think it was a nice beat both on revenue and earnings. They did beat the estimates. And more importantly, they have a good guidance for Q3, and they really did. But things can happen. Things happened last time. There was a fire and all that stuff. So things happen. Nothing is 100%, but they did say that if things were going to continue to do well for them, they had no problem looking at the Q3 and say that it was going to be very, very good. And Justin is replying here, Q3 should be absolutely fantastic, even better than last year. Better than last year, and before Q3 last year, it went up to $5. Before the report, just on promising news, you know. Even better than last year could have been without the fire, since Peking is going to be operating even more efficiently now than it ever could have been last year. And that is 100% true. Also, they had a reparation on it this quarter. And they took I think it was a 10 million, 5 or 10 million hit on that, and now everything is running perfectly. And they expected also Magic Valley to come up and running in like a couple of weeks time, 1.5 weeks time, something like that. Does your crystal ball give odds from them unloading Western assets to pursue carbon capture capex this year, next year? That is what it will move the stock, right? So they talked again about selling the Western assets. The assets they have there are pretty good, I think. So they also said, like, we're open to sell it for the right price, but we don't care if we don't get it the right price. We are happily keeping them because they are valuable to us. And now when they have upgraded them also, they're gonna turn it into a profit in the with the Western assets as well, I think. And just in saying, I think it's far more likely that they unload the assets in 2024 than it is unlikely. But that is just my crystal ball. So of course no one knows, but they provide a little bit of hints, you know, in the call, and they have said now all year that they are open to sell one or both of the Western assets. And then this guy, I was laughing a bit with this guy. Is like their response to Justin's question on why are they not forecasting outright positive earnings rather than positive EBITDA was disappointing. I don't think it was. I think it was them being careful, which they admitted to. Hey David, I didn't see you there. Hey, nice to see you tune in, David. I'm just going through ALTO. ALTO had a Q2 report on Tuesday, so I'm in the middle of explaining how I viewed it. Let me know if you are interested in ALTO, David. It wasn't disappointing. It was them even because Justin asked them about this. Like I'm a bit, I don't know how the words he used, but I'm saying he was basically asking them, hey, why are you not guiding towards like profitability instead of positive EBITDA when you say that the Q3 quarter are going to be good according to your estimates? And they basically responded like, we want to be careful, we don't want to hype anything up, we want to, and they finished off saying like on the promise over deliver. And Justin also said like, are you just being very, very conservative? And they said, yes, we are, you know. So that it was disappointing if you take if you take it like that they are careful as disappointing, maybe, but at least they're not going to miss by much if they are a bit careful. And even positive EBITDA it's not bad, is it? Right? So this comment, I don't get it. Like, and it continues even. A fantastic Q3 is apparently not in the works. If you watch Dave, I want you to explain to us where you have this from listening to the call. I will point it out when I have the transcript. I re-listened to the call today, and they are literally saying that if everything continues as we expect it to do, Q3 will be very, very good. So he's saying like the opposite. I don't know. Also, the response to selling assets was a big no to me. I have no idea what this guy is about. Again, Dave, let us know how that was a big no to you, because they literally said that they were considering to sell it for a good price, but at the same time they didn't mind if they had to keep them. So how that turns into a big no is how do you say it? I don't know. Anyways, these guys are answering like they apparently did say they expect a very favorable quarter. Yeah, they did. So at least there's that. As for the Western assets, something definitely up there. Either they are holding out for better unrealistic price, or these assets are not really worth anything. That's not correct. Well, they might hold it out for a better price, but is it unrealistic? Like, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. I do know there have been some recent revival of dormant plants that cost nothing, so maybe there's an inventory of dead assets that are relatively cost-free. Also, a poster on Yahoo Finance said those plants are rail destinations for corn, meaning extremely expensive to procure feedstock that is 75% of plant cost structure. So maybe these assets don't really have much value. I don't think that's accurate at all. And he's asking questions instead of like saying something. So he's just putting out a negative sentiment there. And I think that is completely unjustified in this case. Justin is replying like, I don't think the market outside of those in the ethanol industry understand what powers the Western plants. They are much more valuable than people realize. I don't know how valuable they are, but I don't think this is anywhere near the truth, you know. P.S. The capacity utilization out west is even more key than it is for any other plant. The profitability of Magic Valley at 100% capacity will be quite different than 70%. If they're able to ramp it up to 100% in 2 weeks, as they stated on the call, which they did, we'll see a huge difference even with just 1.5 months at full ramp. So that's where we are now. And I also, there's been some, I saw Justin just tweeted out this, you know, the crush margins keep holding up. Forecasted peaking crush margins remain materially higher versus Q2 and year over year. Justin did this last time as well, and it got people excited. And just like they are confirming, it was a great earnings call. Tendy Baron as well, huge account. Look at his following. He has 15,000 followers, so he's also here. And Justin was on the call, by the way, asking questions. And he said, like, I'm gonna hold you to that, and that was a bit funny at the very end. And you know, this Philly Steaks guy, I remember him from Roaring Kitty streams, so we have a little bit of the GME crew here as well, you know. And he's asking, like, what did you mean when you were asking about an announcement related to the Magic Valley in the summer? Did you refer to the September event that they mentioned on the call or something else? And Justin is saying they stated on the call that they expect to provide an update on Magic Valley later this summer. Oh, that's interesting. When I read this after the call, because I couldn't remember that they had done such a thing, I was thinking that maybe they were planning to sell them off or something, that was going to be the update for us. But I re-listened to the call, and I don't think that anymore, that this update is referring to a sale or something like that. They can still sell the assets, but they were talking about some update on the performance after the upgrades they have done. So I think this is what they talked about. So I was a bit misunderstood in the beginning there. And they also let us know what the crush margin actually were, and Justin said, like, they had it even a bit more high than he was calculating. So that just helped to understand that Justin's number are like pretty accurate then, you know. And they are just talking a little bit here about comparing them to the management of GPRE, which is better to explain to the market how things are working in that industry. And just to say, yeah, I agree with that, but they are horrible operators in GPRE compared to ALTO, in his opinion. So, yeah, just some updates here after the report. Yeah, 5 million in cost for repairs at Peking campus. They still managed to make 10 million gross profit, and also they are building a new dock at Peking, and that's gonna cost them 3 million, and that's just gonna make them able to get more, you know, ships in and stuff like that to transfer the products. So all in all, I found I was celebrating almost. I thought it was a really good report. Not like, I'm not saying that the story is ending here. Like they still need to prove to us that they know what they are doing, and that Q3 will be as promising as we are expecting now. They still have to do that. But without this report, I would have lost a lot more faith in that happening than I am now. Now I believe they are on the right path. I believe what we have said here on the stream is correct. I don't think management is incompetent at all. I've said that a number of times. Yes, there was a bit of a fuck up in last year. I don't think it's going to be the same this year. Hopefully there's no fires or anything like that that are going to catch us by surprise when Q3 comes. So I just, like, you can't be negative to this report. They were beating the estimates. They even came out with some comments. I want to do it on Sunday when we have the transcript, because I want to see exactly what they said. I tried to write it down after listening to the call, but it's a bit hard. So I just decided I'll wait for the transcript to come, and Dane and I can go through it on Sunday. But they were talking about the deal with Volt and how they are very happy with how they, because they took their a long time to find a good partner. And they are very happy that they chose Vault. And again, if that turns out to be correct and everything they say about that is true, credit to management again for taking the time and find the right partner, you know. So I like this just strengthened my thesis in ALTO. I was very happy. Like I said, I bought more. I bought more because I expected the price to go up higher. Maybe I was wrong on one thing then. If the Q2 numbers were good, which they were in my opinion, I thought the price would go a lot more up. And it hasn't done so far. But when I said that, I was talking a little bit also in the longer term towards Q3, you know, not like straight away, but in time period now towards Q3. I think this will go way higher than $2. So let's just wait and see. But I'm happy. I thought it was a great report. David, I'm interested in ALTO. It seems undervalued to me. What is your favorite aspect of the stock? Yeah. I totally agree that it's undervalued. My favorite aspect right now is that they have spent years now upgrading everything. Now finally everything seems to are up and running 100%. They are producing what they have talked about, and now let's wait and see what Q3 will hold, you know. And also then you have the carbon capture program that they are working on, David, and also a potential sell of the Western assets. So those are kind of the triggers in the near term. And if you look a bit past that again and towards maybe 2026, I know that's a long time, but you have to understand, like, things will be priced into the stock before we reach 2026 if this is happening. What I'm talking about is also the SAF market, sustainable aviation fuel, which is a potential big bonus here for ALTO. If you want to read, I don't know if you have access to Seeking Alpha, David, but Justin's articles here, very good articles. He talks a little bit about SAF here, and you know, if you read his stuff, you will be updated in no time here. But I can't wait to go through the transcript because I thought it was such a good call actually, and finally you have some positive things again. Like I said though, the last two reports, I didn't find them so negative as the market did. I understand the people who did it, but I didn't. And now so far it seems like it's on the right way, so I'm not celebrating yet. I'm very happy that they did it, because if they didn't prove anything in Q2 now, I would lose a lot of faith. So I'm more relieved that we are on the right path here. And I felt it was so good that I bought even more. Yeah, we'll do. Nice, David. Let me know next time I see you what do you think about them, because as I said, I just bought more. I think no investment advice, all that stuff. Read our disclaimer, and we will never give any investing advice on this channel, but there's a reason that I bought. Like, I find it a big opportunity at these prices, and I'm not saying it can't fall more. It maybe will, but long term this has no business, in my opinion, to be under $5. That's my first goal. Yeah, and like I said, look here, at a single day this reached $5 up here, or $4.90 or something like that. So that's less than a year ago. And things, like Justin said, I totally agree with him. Things looked worse back then than it does now. So why not? But everything now comes down to the Q3 report. If they deliver on that, goodbye. We are never seeing $1 again, I think. That's what I think. And that's what I hope for. ALTO is by far my biggest position in my portfolio. So yeah, no, I thought it was very good, very good. I just wanted to see if I missed something here. This is also an important point, because the reparation was also like, I'm just going to read it because he explains it better than I can. There was 5 million in cost, plus they lost millions of gallons of product that could have been sold that wasn't quantified. They had quite a good quarter. Q3 should be wildly profitable from a net income standpoint. Despite a 2-week shutdown, ALTO has already sold over 47 million gallons of specialty alcohol this year, a near 25% increase year over year. Looks like they finally worked through the multi-year glut on one of their highest margin products. I know. A solid bid by ALTO in Magic Valley ramping up, strong crush margins, and a recent jump in corn oil DDG prices per GPRE. Q3 should, barring any fires, be absolutely fantastic. No reason for the shares to be trading this far below book value or anywhere even close to 150. Handily beat some of the more bearish estimates out there, as well as Wall Street estimates. And this was an estimate from Kingdom Capital actually, and he have covered ALTO in the past, and he has turned a little bit negative towards this company as well. So, and Kingdom is a good analyst. So, look, well, just in replies here also. The question is, from the numbers, looks as if peaking is healthy, helped by the specialty alcohols margins. Hard to tell with the West End because of limited production, but why is corn cost so high for West End? They need to ramp up more production from peaking. And Justin is saying, corn cost has always been high out west. The ethanol also usually sells for more as well though. Magic Valley was idle the entire quarter. If it's running full go as of mid-August with Co-Pro Max running as expected, then the profit out west should explode. This is new, I think. Any reason why the gun price was so... I don't know. There's no answer to it anyways. So yeah, just all in all, just wanted to show you everything that I've been reading after. I saw there was a few more comments on other articles here too. Let's just go through them. Heck of a quad by ALTO Q3 could be one for the record books. And I think I saw Ranger Dane like that comment. Hey, good. Yeah, we may have reached it where there's no sellers left. Let's see how happens. I'm not too worried about the price right now, because if they deliver on Q3, which I believe they will, with the information I have right now, then the price right now doesn't matter. It will go far up from where we are today. So if it keeps dropping, I might buy even more. That's how I look at it right now. David saying worth the risk. I think so. Like I said, it's my biggest position. What percentage of your portfolio is ALTO? Well, I need to explain it because I bought ALTO way before I started investing like I am doing now. I didn't have my sheets. I didn't have anything. I was not finished watching all the Roaring Kitty streams. I didn't have all my notes and all that stuff. So I started to buy ALTO before all of this, which and that was back in 2021. So I made a mistake. I was way too early. So my price entry was much higher than the price is today, you know. So I spent all these years averaging down, and you can say that I've been a bit locked up in ALTO, but at the same time, my initial investment had always the time horizon like 24, 25, 26, which is why I've been a bit excited, because now we are there, you know, and now they start to deliver as well. I didn't think it would still trade as low as it does now when I first invested, but I've been open about it. Like, that was a mistake for me, and I put a lot of money also into it then for me. So that was just it was a mistake. It was bad timing, but it was hopefully the right company. And I've stuck through everything and kept them. So in terms of a percentage, it's like far bigger than my second position, for example, because it takes time to build up a big position like that for me, because I have another job. This is not a job yet, you know, so I have no other jobs. I have to wait for my salaries, and then also have to build up my savings account and other accounts as well. So I can't save every month to invest in stocks, so it takes way longer time for me to build up a position like I have in ALTO. So it's compared to the rest, it's a big position. In terms of percentage, I'm not even sure, because my broker doesn't split it up. I think even I'm not interested, but it's like by far the biggest, David. Saying that though, if I had the sheets, if I discovered ALTO now and I had the sheets and I had the same resources, I would put in, again, no investment advice, nothing like that, but I'm talking about me and my personal situation. I would make it my biggest position as well, but maybe not as big as I have it now, because like I just said, I've also been then averaging down, putting more money in. So I'm happy with my position right now, and I think it will turn out good for me. That's what I think. That's awesome that you worked hard to get into it. Very unmarked. Yeah, thank you, David. It has been a lot of hard work, and you know, it takes time. It's a steep learning curve. That's part of why Dane and I wanted to do this stream, because we wanted to be accessible for people who also want to build out the sheets and stuff like that. So if you have any questions about how we have built out the sheets, feel free to ask them, and we try to answer the best as we can. And also in terms of the strategy and what we look for and stuff like that, and by far I'm not claiming to be any expert or anything like that. This is just showing how we do it. And so far for Dane, he has been pretty successful with this. So far for me, if you ignore ALTO, because I know I can't ignore ALTO, but I made the mistake before I had everything that I'm using now and the same strategy and everything. So if you take that away, it has been very successful for me as well. I picked a lot of good tickers. I've done some mistakes in terms of selling out early, but the initial investment and thinking behind the investment was, you know, very good. So it has been very successful for me as well. And now I'm just trying to be more experienced and, you know, continue to look at things and build out my universe. That's my goal here. So David, I'm working on my sheets too. We talked on Reddit about some of the formulas. You and Ranger Dane are great teachers, and I'm lifelong follower. Thanks, David. That is cool. That is cool to hear, and really appreciate the feedback, and that we also bring you guys some value. You know, we spend a lot of time on this, and the stream is just a bonus, I think, for us. It forces us to you know, do research weekly, keep on top of things, and also to think through, you know, what we want to stream and not, because there's a lot of companies that doesn't qualify for the streams that we still go through, and it's boring, you know, but that's how you get the good ones though. So yeah, David, let me know if you have any question. I don't know if you are using Google Sheets or Excel. They are a bit different, but essentially they do the same job, right? And actually today I have finally, if you have followed the stream for some time, I had created a alert system that alerted me on news. And I pulled the data from Seeking Alpha, and then it took a long time to do that, and it was a lot of pain. And then it was up and running for like 2 weeks, and then it didn't work. It hasn't worked for like half a year or something like that. But today I've spent another half day to fix this, because I had to go through so many websites to be able to pull the data in, because a lot of them didn't allow me. And now I have it up and running again, and let's see how long I get to keep it this time. It's this column here. And you know, that's what I'm saying, like the sheets are never complete. I always work to improve them. I always work to add things and maybe take things away to improve the sheet performance and stuff like that. And I have just also, if you follow the stream, I just built out my universe in a different way with Y sheets. So it's a never-ending story with these sheets, and always looking to improve them. But anyways, this column now in my tracker sheet, they will alert me of new news. So the ones who is like 0 here, I think those are news from today or yesterday. I can't really remember, but it's like recent. And then the number just refers to how long the news has been released. So if it says 6 days here, it's like almost a week ago since the news came out. And I think that's important, because sometimes a company like ALTO, for example, they come with some quarterly, and this covers also quarterly earnings and stuff like that. So that's included here. They come with the earnings, you get a little bit of bump up, but it's not really noticeable in the sheet, you know, because there's a lot of tickers and information here now. So maybe it doesn't catch my eye, but when I have the news here, I can see if the performance is up 10, like 7% today. What happened? And then I can go in and read the news and see if I like it. So I just love this, that it's up and back and running now. So yeah, David, it's just an example to show you that the sheets will never be finished when you start this process. I was building it out in Python and Qt6, but I switched to Google Sheets. I also switched from ShareRadar to Y Sheets based on process. I have never used ShareRadar. I know Roaring Kitty did. Dane does the same. He's very happy with it. I think Roaring Kitty were happy with it. But I also checked the price then when I initially started, and I couldn't afford that stuff. So I also went with Y Sheets, David. I think that's an excellent option. Also, if you are in the Discord channel there, you can ask for help and stuff like that. I think they have a good customer service. You know, Guillermo, who is the founder, he has been on the channel. We have interviewed him. So there's one of the episodes is with the founder of Y Sheets, Guillermo Valles. If you want to listen to him and how he started out building Y Sheets, David, you can watch that episode. It's not too long ago. But let me know if you want to, if you have any questions, because you are doing the same as me then. Everything is with Y Sheets in my sheet. Yeah, I just wanted to show you the new news section here. I was so happy when I got it to work. So, and you know, conditional formatting, it goes on blue when it's brand new, so it catches my eye. Oh snap, they have a Discord server. I need to hop in there. I will watch that episode. Yeah, they have a Discord server. You should 100% go in there, because they are very accessible when you ask for help and stuff. And they also post updates and stuff like that. And even their users are posting some templates, so you can use some of the templates. Yeah, watch that episode. I thought it was a great interview, not by us, but like by him. I found it very interesting of his story, his ability to you know, learn and build something from scratch, and navigate through that whole process. And I also thought he was very good at also pointing out what he was lacking in skill and needed to work on, and being very honest with that and stuff like that. So just I found it. I don't know if you will think the same, but I liked it. Anyways, enough with ALTO then. To summarize, I'm very happy. I think they are on the right path. I can't wait for Q3, and I bought more. Your sheets are awesome. Thank you, David. They're very thought out in terms of functionality. They are, and keep in mind, I'm not taking credit for this. This is Roaring Kitty's template. Both Dane and I have copied his sheets. Not copied, but we rebuild them. Mine looks very different from his though, but it's kind of the same information. I have taken a little bit away because I took notes when I watched Roaring Kitty, and the things that he didn't mention so much that I saw in the sheet, I just didn't include it. And I know he used them even if he didn't mention them so much, but I just found it like I have the essential things here and I have everything in one view. That's what I wanted to do. And then as we have moved along, we have both improved on the sheet and made changes to improve it and fit more to our style, because we have also developed our style more. So yeah, it's 100% based on Roaring Kitty, but it's not identical to his. And it took, like, I'm sitting here saying that I'm still building them, but to get everything like the system up and running, it probably took me over a year to do everything there. And it's very hard. So let me know if you need any help, David. You can add me on X also. You know, we have the Laughing Stock profile, but I also have a Redneck Johnny profile. And you can add me there if you want to. And if you have any questions, I will try to answer. So I just wanted, like, the dashboard looks green today. A lot of things were up. I saw in the daily movers, there was a lot of things that was green. But also some that were red, right? I've screened today before the streams on charts, but mostly it was green here, and you can also see in the dashboard that it was a lot of things were up. But I have so many tickers today that I don't think I will go through so much here in the dash. Just after a little bit scary last week, we seem to have bounced back a little bit, you know. So good stuff. I will start today with SSRM. If you pay attention, there's a lot of the, I think, I'm not sure. Maybe all of the tickers are from a tracker sheet, but I mean, so they are familiar tickers. I've probably done them on the stream before, or I have done them on the stream before, or at least the vast majority of them. But I mean, that's why I have the tracker sheet, because now things have fallen a lot, and it's a bad earnings report for a lot of companies. We had the stock market falling a bit, you know. That's why you track things. That's why you need the tracker sheet, to see when things are cheap. And I think these tickers now are interesting. And I will start today with SSRM, which is the gold company that Dane and I talked about like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. They had an accident in a mine in Turkey, and a lot of people died. It was a terrible accident, and the stock price was, you can see it here, the stock price was plummeting on that news, which of course, cynical as the investment world is, it gives you opportunity to buy this company for cheap. I didn't do it because I was a bit scared there was going to be some lawsuits and stuff like that, so I wanted it to stabilize a bit. But since then, it has, if you bought in then, you have had a good investment, you know. But I think it still looks good. It now trades 17% towards the 52-week low. And if you look at the chart here is when the accident happened, so a big fall then, you know, and it kind of, it's almost at the same level now. It's at 450, and back then it went down to 375, so a little bit lower, but it didn't never go up more than 6 after. So, but I mean, if you are now here at 450 and it can turn around to 6, that's still a pretty good gain, you know. And if you look at the fundamentals, it looks good. They are trading well below book value, but the book value is also stagnated a bit now, and probably because of the terrible accident. They bought back shares recently after, like, you know, diluting a lot. They are paying off the debt slowly. Near-term debt is now 6 million, and they have a lot in cash, 372 in excess cash they have. And look at here, they are even generating free cash flow now, 50 cents almost, a little bit more. And they've maintained their dividend, which I'm not necessarily a big fan of it, but this company is a bit on the big side, and 1 billion in market cap almost. They had negative earnings now because, you know, after the accident and everything, I assume they need some time to turn it around. Margins are down, which you would also expect. They have more in costs. Operating expenses down though. I'm not sure what portion of that is tied to the collapsed mine, you know. But I like it. It's in my tracker. I think it's cheap now. It's up today. I think on the chart, yeah, as you can see, if you missed out on this drop, it's kind of in the same territory still. And right now, I don't. Let me have a look here on some of the other stuff here. You know, I think just purely on the technical analysis as well, I think things will turn around now, and that you can fairly quickly see it come up to $5. That's what I think, and I think also this can be worth, like, you know, between $8 to $10, a bit longer term. So I'm kind of, you know, I told you I was buying I've been so happy that I finally have a cash position, and now I spend it back into ALTO again, but I already have transferred more cash. So I have remained my cash position. So and with it now, unless ALTO falls like crazy, I will even buy more. You don't believe me? I will buy more. But unless that happens, I'm ready to diversify my portfolio, because my portfolio is way too slim. I only have 2 stocks there right now. I'm very happy with both though. Mastercraft is the other one, and my average there was 18 bucks blank. So I'm happy with that. But I want to buy something else, and SSRM is one of them that I'm currently looking at. We can check the owners. They have a lot of the big owners here. Oh shit. Ooh, I didn't know this. This is copy. This is copy. Yeah, this is copy. Interesting. New position. I didn't know this. But he bought in Q1. And you know, he is the one we have talked about when we have talked about AMRK, and he's very bullish on AMRK. That's also a gold play for him. And by the way, Copy's Corner. If you go to Copy's Corner, you can read some of his stuff for free. Which is fantastic. This guy knows what he's doing. He's one that I pay a lot of attention on. And on Playing Gold here, he part 2 is coming, so I'm waiting for that. he wrote this on 8th of, oh my god, 8th of April, where he goes through his kind of his thesis on AMRK, which I liked it, I loved it. And as you know, AMRK went recently up to here 40. And now also 38, and now it fell again. So I'm tempted. This is another ticker that I want to get into my portfolio, but I want it a bit cheaper. It's just annoying that it was down here, you know. And even you know, February was at 25, so just a bit annoying. But I really liked what the copy was writing about here. Kind of bought into that. But that's why I found it interesting now that he's also in this mining company, and it's his 9th position. So he's I listened to a podcast of him also where he said that he has where he had sold a lot of things recently because it gave him like a a headache, and he just wanted to get rid of the things that the small positions. But he said like, I have not sold anything of the stuff that you have heard about. So I assume then because I saw he was selling out on, for example, GENK, the restaurant where Burry was also involved. I saw he sold some shares there, so I was assuming like those were the types of stocks that he sold. But now I see him buying here, and I'm curious if he, when he talked about gold in the way he did and stuff like that, I'm curious if he has sold it already again. I'm not sure about that. How did he get it at 8 though? Q1 2024. Well, it has been then, if this is accurate information, because it says a new position, it has been a bad investment for him so far. So I'm not sure if he's holding it or taking the loss. This was interesting to me because I like this company on the fundamental basis. So that copy is involved is actually a big deal for me, I think. Oh, hey, Value, I didn't see you. How was the whiskey, Value? How did it go with your NUTX earnings report? And was that yesterday for you, or is it today? David, 2 million share. Yeah, this guy is... if you don't know who he is, check out his website here. He's also... I think you can... here, he has posted some of his podcasts and stuff like that. That he is a guest on is this guy, no, what is his name? Harris Copperman. Great investor, worth listening to. Super smart, I think. Quite a character also. I like him. Yeah, I like his blog here, Copy's Corner. But he's successful, David, so he can buy a lot of shares. But 2 million, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But you see, he owns what was it? He owns 1% of the company. That was information that was really good, I think. I will check them out. Yeah, do that. I just want to see Seeking Alpha 2. Oh, they had no. So look, they are a bit up now. Damn, maybe I'm late here. Up to 300 million. So they fell probably on. Oh, Starbucks too. Starbucks too. By the way, another ticket that I'm going through later, NCSM. Starbucks commented on it. He's involved in that too. And for the first time in a long time, I posted something on Seeking Alpha, just a reply to him. I will read it later. But I love Starbucks too. He's saying, I like the stock in here, adding. That was a comment from today. Going to be a great long-term winner. The slip is not the end of the world for them. The balance sheet is strong, I agree. I love buying into the drama of the disaster. Life will go on here. The remediation estimates are in place. The risk is known. Yeah, that is true though. The stock has long-term value. Interesting. This is interesting. Okay. It looks good. Cop involved, Starbucks involved, good fundamentals. There's a unique situation here where there has been a terrible disaster, collapse in a mine that has created opportunity for investor. You don't necessarily get that too often, you know. They generate free cash flow. They have good control of the debt here, but they needed to pay 300 million for their but they have the cash here, right? They have the cash to pay that stuff, and of course that's gonna hurt them. But like Starbucks was saying, the risk is now known. We can move on. 358 they have. I find it interesting. Value saying NUTX was today good progress, good growth. Nice, Value. Congrats on that then. And how was the whiskey? That's the most important question, right? SSRM were up near 10, yeah, before the collapse. Might not be too late. No, might not be too late, even though I said like the price is up here, you know. Aftermarket, it usually noise, but you know, if you want to jump in, you should probably do it now. And I've been looking for something in gold for a long time. They are in my tracker, these ones. I just didn't know copper was involved. And I find that a bit surprising because, and I will tell you why. I'm not sure about this, so it's only if I remember correctly. So, but if I remember correctly, I heard him say on one of the podcasts I listened to that he doesn't like to own the miners because they are very difficult in his head to make money. But maybe he wanted to own this because it was the kind of unique situation that I was speaking about with the collapse and all. So that's why I was a bit surprised when I saw it was an owner here. But good stuff, good stuff. I like it. I'm not going to add, and I will add comments to it that copies involved because that's important. Value saying, haha, the whiskey is always good. Nice. Nice, Value. I have Starbucks watching. I would put in like the cost of fixing the mine is now 300 million. Risk is now known. Star Wars watching. I will change to Star Wars added and is owner. So is Copperman. With 1% of the company, 2 million shares. How do I press modify? This script is sick. It's like a button. Took me. There's a YouTube tutorial, so I just found it on YouTube. I'm no expert in this. I didn't figure it out on my own. You know, I just copied it, but it took me half a day to do all the coding. So I really love this button. Anyways, updated my stuff here on SSMR. SSRM. So yeah, good first sticker, I think. We go to the next one, PBF. David, share some more whiskey with me. Yeah. Value, you need to Value. We can do this. If ALTO works out and have a good Q3 report, Dave, you, David, Max, and myself, we're gonna buy some whiskey and drink together on the stream. That will be in October or November, I think. All right, so PBF is the next one here. Great company. It's not whiskey club. Yeah, we're gonna do a whiskey club stream then. Maybe we can play some chess live on the stream. But be nice on me then, Mally, because you are crushing me right now. So I need to practice, and I'm not sure if I will be better with some whiskey in me or not. But it's only one way to find out, right? PBF is a good company. We have done them on a stream in the not so long ago. We pulled them up. Great company. What I found out today though, and it's a bit sloppy on my end. I should probably have known this from before, but because we have seen this fund buying in, right? And I don't know this name. Tells me nothing. But what I was impressed by them today. And by the way, this is the set. Look, watch this. Where's Talo? I'm sure I have them in my tracker. You see Talo also with an inside buy. It's the same fund. I'm gonna do this. Check here. Italo, PBF. Hold on. Look, it's the same guys. So they are buying a lot of energy stocks right now. 10% owner in both companies. What impressed me a bit here was, look at the price here, 35.84. Now, don't get me wrong though, it's a smaller purchase for them compared to the rest of the purchases here. But look at the price, 35.84, and then look at the chart. It was the same day as the 52-week low. They didn't nail it exactly, you know, but it was the same. The purchase was on the same day. 5th of August. That's when they had their 52-week low. So they nailed that purchase in PBF. And what I found out today is that this is Carlos Slim. And for if you don't know him, I had heard that name before, and it was on one of the Roaring Kitty streams, because I have taken notes on all the investors he mentioned there. Carlos Slim was one of his people that he had paid attention to, and I was not sure, because I saw earlier today I saw they have had some name changes. So maybe it showed up in because I know Roaring Kitty did PBF on his streams as well. So maybe when he did them on his stream, that the name here on the inside purchase was Carlos Slim and not this name, because they bought a lot of stocks here in that time period, you know. And I think this was actually the name, so maybe not. Maybe Carlos Slim was from another stream. Then I just Carlos Slim is involved in this fund. This fund is the same as this fund, so that was the name change. They bought a lot here, but also they buy a lot now. So in PBF, and I love the fundamentals. I think these look really good, and there's even a 10% short interest. This is another one, and okay, they have done a little bit bad now lately, but it's also reflected in the share price. I think they are trading 10% to the 52-week low, which was now recent. That's what I mean, like maybe the time to jump in here now is now. Some serious debt though, but they do pay some of it down. They have cash, almost $1 billion on books. They do pay a dividend, so for people that are interested in dividend, that's almost a dollar in dividend. They trade now below book value, which is something I care about in these types of companies. And look at the inside ownership, so almost 25%. Here he is, Carlos Slim. Could have just go to Whale of Wisdom. He owns 12%, and that is that fund. I'm pretty sure that is that fund. So yeah, it is him. I had to Google it. I had to Google it here, and I found out. I found out that it was Carlos Slim. But now I can't find where I read it. But you saw it here on way. Hold on, I'm just gonna exit a few things here. You saw it here on Whale Wisdom, right? Carlos Slim. So I don't know if that is important for you guys to know, but it's a name that I wrote down, had in the back of my head. So when I found out that that fund was him and his family, and that they have bought like crazy now, and even they nailed the bottom, or not the bottom, but the 52-week low, that makes it a bit more interesting to me. And look at the fundamentals. It looks good. Like PBF is definitely one of the companies that I'm looking at right now to put my cash position into. Same with SSRM. I struggle a bit to decide. I need to do more research and see where it goes maybe tomorrow. David, I'm super down to have a celebration, especially with some chess. David, if you're a chess player too, go into chess.com and find me. Value is there too. And Dane is also there now, so come and find me. My name is Redneck Johnny there, so you can ask Value if he wants to give you his profile, you know. I'm guessing that is some Latin hedge fund from South America. They are from Mexico. It's some group from Mexico. Oh, sorry, just looked it up. Both Slim and the Unknown Group are from Mexico City. Yeah. And billionaires. That's what I read. And yeah, I just remember Ron Kitty talked about them, and when I saw he was involved, then it's meaningful to me. And look at the sums we are talking about: 246 million bucks in the last year. They're purchasing in this company. And PBF is even buying back shares. Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. I was checking here for the guidance comments, and they were they have taken it down a bit, I think. Full year 24 capex is like they've been near the top end of, so they're spending money in that. Yeah, so not a lot of information on future guidance in the last call, but I think now, of course, when Carlos Slim and those guys were buying in at the same spot as Ron Kitty, we're talking about a company like PBF were trading at $6, which was a steal back then, you know. So like, you can't really compare it to today's version of it, but it looks good. The numbers have grown since then. Even look at the book value. Everything is up by a lot too. So a great run company. Look at retained earnings. So almost $35. They are trading there now. So and it's a short position too. That's also interesting here. Like 10.5% in short position in this company. And now they have been right for a while, because it has been dropping. You know, on the chart. Was at $63, and now it's went down to 33. So the shorts have been right for a while now. Yeah, I thought I should bring it up again on stream, because this has kept on dropping since Dane and I looked at it last time. Okay, it's up today, but it's definitely one that I will like. I'm trying to narrow down my list now. SSRM is on it, PBF is on it, the next one, NCSM, is on it. Even the next one, BuzzFeed, it's a wildcard candidate. I will go through it soon. But yeah, I just wanted to pull up PBF and talk about that. I found out that it was Carlos Slim today. And I might have noticed it in part, I just didn't remember it. What did I put in my tracker? Oh, I have it there. That's it. I need to use these comments more and just read up on what I wrote then, because I forget it. Carlos Slim, big owner. Fundamentals are great. The last 2 years has been amazing for them. Seems like a buy these levels. What was these levels? Yeah, around where we are now. But look out for a drop. When did I add them? Over a year ago. Charger a bit bullish, somewhat thin margin, but at the same time they've drastically improved the last 2 years. Could be a buy already here. They are at the same value now than it was then, and of course it has gone up since then, but now back down, and Carlos is buying more. I found that interesting. And they also bought in Talo, so they think a lot of these energy companies right now are cheap. Oh no. All right, next one, NCSM. NCSM is a stock that I have owned in past. This was in the period when I had to raise some money to put into BNED, so I sold it. Which has not yet fully been a mistake, because it's around the same level that I owned it. But I didn't really want to sell it at that time. Same with GTE, you know, it still pains me that I did that. but I'm interested in again and in NCSM right here. And I will explain why. First of all, a little bit of a tinier company, you know, 46 million in book value. I wish it would get a bit lower, but at the same time, this was at around the same area where I went in initially, and the reason that I did it back then was because they got some money from some lawsuit or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they were going to get some money and to have on their books, which my thinking then, and I saw also on Seeking Alpha, like Starbucks is involved here as well. They were thinking that when the market will open their eyes to that, the price will go up to like 25 at least. And then I thought, it was like, okay, I will take a chance on this one. But then the price never got up a lot. But everything that the thesis was based on happened. And now they are also delivering strong numbers in a period where natural gas prices has been low. So to take the fundamentals here, first of all, this is a stock with tiny volume. There's almost no volume here. We can check the volume here. Very, very little volume. Look at volume today. 556. Average is roughly 3,000. Look at the chart. It's like a wall. Here is the volume. It's a little bit spike here, but this is nothing, right? So tiny volume. Starbucks is a big owner. He owns he owns 100,000 shares of this stock, and there's only 3 million here in total. You know, if you see who owns it, Starbucks is actually a big owner when you take away all of this these stocks, you know. I think he said in one of his articles that it's only like 650,000 shares publicly trading right now. The rest people are sitting on. They trade well below book value. They generate, look at this, great cash generation, right? 389 and 328 in free cash flow. Earnings great. This has jumped though, so it's a bit hard to make sense of the numbers. But now they have, that's what I said, they're producing good numbers right now. Margins are in general like up. They have gotten the costs down a little bit at least. Revenue is down also, but that's what we're gonna see turning probably then. The debt is nothing to worry about. They have 17 million in excess cash. With a 46 million in market cap. So another great candidate, I think, to put some money into. And even at these levels, like I said, keep in mind though, 12 was where it was trading before they received the news. That was here. Before they received the news about that they're gonna get some money back from the lawsuit. And then that news came and it spiked up to around where it is today, and then it has gone sideways since then. Okay, you got a little bit of a decline here, but it never got that low. It's like it was briefly below 15. And when you view it like that, 1820 is maybe not the worst entry point again. But this is also one that I consider heavily, but I'm gonna drag my feet a bit on it because I think maybe I can get in a little bit cheaper, but can't be too greedy here even, because the volume is almost non-existent. So I think this, or I don't think this was the where I was thanking Starbucks, because They had recently now, a week ago, they had their earnings report, and he was writing like this big comment. And in general, you know, I brought up Star Wars a lot on this stream. I think he's a great investor. I think what he do on Seeking Alpha is great for someone like me who can read and like lean a bit on what he's saying. I tracked him for quite some time. I know he's very successful. So when he talks, I don't necessarily always think he's you know, amazing with everything he do, but I always listen to what he writes. So he doesn't need to do this. So I just wanted to say thank you to him. I'm gonna read it. Fantastic, and this was 1st of August. Fantastic numbers, exceeding the high end of their guidance on EBITDA in an incredibly difficult natural gas environment. One wonders what the numbers would look like if natural gas were 3 to 4 and not 2, boggles the mind. They're growing the business, outperforming the market, gaining share and gaining new customers in both the North Sea and Middle East. And they said that some Canadian business was pushed out to the back half of the year from Q2. It bodes very well for the long term, and that is what matters. EBITDA guidance for the year is now up to 80 million, and that's another thing. They remained their guidance, they kept the guidance, but they increased the lower end of it. So it's positive too with their future guidance now. At the midpoint, and they aren't bashful in pointing out that the company is selling at only 3.3 times EV to EBITDA, a full 2.5 turns below their average small cap peer. That is especially crazy with their having 80 million in gross cash and a 44 million market cap. If the stock were to simply sell at what the average peer does, we'd be trading at 35. But it deserves to trade at a premium to its peers because NCSM's balance sheet is super strong. Their technologies are highly proprietary, and they are going to be growing considerably. Give me a break, guys. This is not my language. Faster than the market they are in. This all in an incredibly weak natural gas environment. The upshot is that this stock could and should be 40 to 60 in 1 to 2 years, with all the attendance joys that a thinly traded stock affords if at any point momentum players get a hold of it. Really, it should be a 25 stock right now. The story is too good for this stock to be sitting at 17. The only reason it ever got below 16 was because of the huge provision for legal judgments they took a year ago, but that has since been reversed, yet the stock never really recovered back into the 20s. That's what we saw, right? The fundamentals have turned around significantly for 2 consecutive quarters now, and this is the change in the thesis since I first owned it. And they did a remarkable job when things got operationally tough a year ago or so in whipping the cost into shape, for which we are now garnering the benefits. Nobody is paying any attention or cares, merely as a reflection of how thin the stock is. But they need to. Time for my, I don't know how to pronounce this word, and I don't want to say the wrong word. So I'm just going to highlight it, and you can read it, but I'm going to skip it. You know who we are. I'm thrilled to have bought 5,000 shares on Thursday in high 17, so he doesn't give a shit that the price is now around there, you know, he's still adding. Which brings my position up to exactly 100,000 shares. I have affiliates that own another 20,000 shares or so, with only 793 shares in the public float. And my having tight hands, that means there are only really 675,000 shares actively floating, exclusive of 2/3 of the stock that is closely held. Bottom line, I have never been as excited about owning the stock for the entire time I've been involved, dating back to 2020. And I want to point out how unusual this is for me, being able to own a growth stock at a deep value price. This is going to be a huge winner, combine the strength of the market position with a recovery in natural gas prices, and this could be a 60 to 100 stock in 2 to 3 years. I should do a Seeking Alpha article, he said. And then it's like commenting today, like, hey, where is everyone? I didn't post all of this crap for my health. And I just said, I'm here, thanks for everything you do here on Seeking. I found this NCS through one of your comments in December 2023 or so. Would love to see an article if you have time. I just wanted to let him know that we are lurking, you know. A lot of us are just lurking without saying anything. But I understand when you spend the time to write such a detailed comment here, no one is replying. It's a bit frustrating, right? David, what is NCS business? Are they natural gas? Okay, I will read the business description. NCS Multi-Stage Holdings provides engineered products and support service for oil and natural gas, well completions and field development strategies in the United States. Canada and internationally. It offers fracture systems which include casing installs, sliving sleeves, downhole frac isolation assemblies, sandjet perforating products. A lot of difficult word. The company also provides tracer diagnostic service for well completion and reservoir characterization that utilize downhole chemical and radioactive tracer. It offers its products and services primarily to exploration and production companies for use in onshore wells through technical trained direct sales force and operating partners or sale representatives. The company was formerly not. Yeah, okay. So they are, yes, they are a natural gas business. I just like them. I hate that the float is so tiny, but at the same time that can be positive if things first turn around and this takes off. You sit on the shares then and there's no sellers. So I love the fundamentals right now. This is another one. SSRM. That's why I wanted to start with these three. These are very high up on my list that I'm thinking about buying next. I will of course let you guys know what my decision will be. And I don't have enough cash to spread out on them. That's a bit unfortunate for me. But so I have to choose one of them, I think. Good breakdown, yeah, David. Listen to Starboss, and also, by the way, if you don't know, if you're not familiar with Starboss, go to his Seeking Alpha page and read his bio. Look at this. And not only that, this is more or less what Dane and I is doing on the stream. So we have very similar strategies. So that's also why I like to see him involved, and also why you see him so much on the stream, because we are looking at same stuff, you know. So NCSM, definitely interesting. Anything on X? Just noise. No one cares about this company, except us. We care. But I've owned them in the past, though. And I forgot to show you that. Oh, sorry. I forgot to show you their guidance. What they said in there with the guidance. Here, this guidance increases the low end of the revenue range by 2 million and maintains the top end of the range. So that's also good. They are delivering on the results, so I think it's time to buy in this company if you see the same as I do. Again, no investment advice. I'm so scared that anyone will just jump in and buy what we talk about here, and then it's gonna end up like a loss. Always do your own research and your own thinking, and if you have followed the stream, you can see plenty of examples where Dane and I have not done so well, you know. All right. That was NCSM. Next one is BuzzFeed, and here I apologize for this. I just before the stream asked Guillermo from Y Sheets if they had updated their universe with some of the tickers, because the way I've set it up now, they don't have BuzzFeed as a ticker. So this one, there's a lot of things that I don't get here, and you know, I get information that is wrong, which makes me question a little bit if my numbers are right, but I think they are. I just wanted to talk about them today because of something on social media and Seeking Alpha. And I think we have done them before also. But this has a near-term catalyst now, according to Courage and Conviction, who has followed them for over a year. Here. He has some good articles. He's on a podcast episode here. Two podcast episodes where you can listen to him talking about BuzzFeed. A lot of things have changed since he initially talked about them there. And now there's like some activist investors involved as well. I don't know, this... Nah, never mind. This is just a funny word in my language. And every time I see his name on Twitter, I just laugh a little bit. His family takes activist position and support Ramaswamy. I think that's a politician who is also involved in BuzzFeed. And they want to, they are like trying to shake up the business and make things right here, because they feel like the potential is not met. And what I saw now, this is, I've seen it before, but what I saw now is that Courage are posting a lot about them. This is Courage. And you know, the Hot Ones or something on YouTube, BuzzFeed owns them. And now there's been an episode with Ariana Grande, and also there was an episode with Ryan Reynolds and Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. And he said like only 20 million views in 10 days. So his thesis is that now with the Olympics, with Hot Ones, with the election, they've got a lot of traction, and they should generate good numbers in the next quarter report, which is, if I don't remember wrong, should be 14 of August. Here is the guy. And he also, like, we're hyping up his entry, I think. Where was it? It's a little bit ago. Sorry for the scrolling. Here we are getting close now. Here he's like counting down to that he's going to release some news. And this was 16th of July, and then a statement comes, and the stock is halted. It goes up on his thing, his news, and he's just like very involved all of a sudden. And then I saw Courage making like a question if he was actually involved or not. And I couldn't figure out what he meant. Here, today's the day that Pulta has to file his SC13D. If he doesn't, then he's a total joker, trying to make a big splash as an activates. And I actually, I haven't really figured out if he did that or not, but I assume he did because I haven't heard anything else. Value. Just jumped into NCSM on your recommendations. Just kidding. Yeah, you're giving me a heart attack. If you want to beat me more in chess, you need to you need to stop with these things. You know. No, but you know how you need to be careful, right? And I don't want to. I also don't like participate for anyone to lose money. I'm losing my own money sometimes, and it sucks. But gonna watch with this ALTO shit going on, right? Q3. What did you think of the Q2 number value for ALTO? I thought it was great. I was so happy with it. I don't know if I'm missing the name or something, but I don't see his name here. He'd probably have one of these, right? I don't know. I just assume he's involved. I just found this a little bit weird that he was like questioning him a bit so long after he made the announcement. But anyways, I think you should go and read Courage's article on this. He's tracking them closely, has been involved for a long time in BuzzFeed. He knows them. He gets some shit on the comments, like people are not seeing what he sees. But he's very articulate in his answers, and he knows he knows how to write a good response in terms of you know, the criticism. But if you look at here, they have some debt, right? And they don't have so much cash, but that's kind of what they are hoping for then, that they will be able to deal with the debt because of some good numbers coming out now. And I think that's like quickly summed up the short-term thesis here. This is like a wild card for me. They are on my list to keep an eye out on, but I'm not necessarily, you know, I think the three others that I've covered so far is more interesting right now. I kind of don't want to be in a situation with my next position like in BNED, where it was like either this happens or this happens, which is maybe a little bit same in BuzzFeed with the if they can generate now good numbers, then the debt won't be an issue, maybe stuff like that, you know. And then if not, who knows what's gonna happen. So I just feel a bit more safe with one of the other three, but definitely a wildcard. If I had more cash, I would take a small position for sure. Don't jump in on this one too, Value, please. Yep, really happy with ALTO. Yes, same. Looking forward to Q3. Same here. I'm also I don't know if you saw the first part of the stream, Value, but I don't look here. 5% up aftermarket. Noise though, but still, it's good when it happens in the stock that you like. Oh no, not this one. I just brought up this comment, Vali. I don't know if you saw it, but this guy here. I'm not gonna go through it again, but I just don't understand how you can see it with these glasses. Definitely not how I saw it. All right, so that was BuzzFeed. You gotta say though, with the Olympics now, with the election, with hot ones, who knows? Maybe Courage will be absolutely spot on correct with this. It's interesting for sure. And like I said, if I had more flexibility with my cash, I would probably take a small position now before the earnings, just to check. Yeah, exactly, value. Brian McGregor, CEO of ALTO, on the promise over deliver. Justin said, hold you to it. I know you will. He answered. Yeah, that was funny. That was at the very end of the call. You can re-listen to the call if you want to. But I liked that segment value, and I thought it was like, it also gave you an idea if you're not familiar with management here, because you know they can appear a bit gray, boring, conservative, and they probably have been, but that's how they've been all the time, and probably why people have hated them at times now. Oh, they suck and blah blah blah, and maybe they've just been like slowly moving in the right direction, you know. That has been, I've defended them a bit, you know, at the same time that I've acknowledged that yeah, they did a bad job in last year or so, but it hasn't always been just bad. So and Justin was like a fresh how do you say it, like a fresh side of the Q&A where he asked some good questions. And they couldn't give him like they were a bit careful in the way they answered him as well, because they don't want to promise anything that they can't deliver on. But they basically said that if things continue as we think they will, we are looking at a really good Q3. So we need to wait a little bit more. But like I started the stream out to say, I was very happy with Q2, because if they had messed that up, I would start to rethink my thesis a lot, and yeah, also consider if I should start to trim my position in ALTO. And that goes for Q3 again also. If they mess up that one and doesn't deliver, like, I need to rethink my thesis, but I don't have to do that now, because they did deliver. It does look promising. Things are very exciting moving forward in ALTO. That's how I view it. So Sportsman Warehouse, as you know, if you have paid attention to the streams now in the past, I've done them on the stream. I kind of like these ones as well. They have fallen a bit lately. So they now trade at 2% to 52-week low, at 192, 72 million market cap. It looks a bit ugly with the margins and stuff. They seem to like go in the wrong direction, right? And also, if you look at the chart, it's in a clear downtrend for a long time now. So that scares me a bit. And even now, if you zoom out, look, historical lows. They are now at the historical lows, but they are touching this briefly, this bottom here. Keep in mind, though, the earnings is coming up, so if they miss on the earnings, this will probably go a lot more down, which I think it can. I just want to check some on the chart here. Let me check here. Yeah, I again in this, I think I will have to wait till the earnings, and then it might skyrocket again if they deliver. But I mean, operating cash flow on 145 and the share price is 192. Okay, they have negative free cash flow, but it's improving from these last 2 years. It's improving. They have bought back shares. They have debt. They have some serious debt here, and the sheet dilute them quite heavily actually. And they don't have cash, so it's a issue. And also they don't generate free cash flow right now, so it is a big issue. But if this fall, and I have to admit though, if the earnings sucks and this keeps falling down a lot more, it's not like NCSM where you have some solid fundamentals for a tiny market cap company. This one you can clearly see that they do struggle. There's a 7% short interest as well. And not only that, but they have a lot of debt, which is getting endangered territory, you know, in these smaller market caps here. But well below book value. And a lot of the debt is probably leases, right? We checked this the last time. Oh, all of it. No, not all of it. $50 million near-term debt is leases. They have to deal with that, of course. But long-term, half of it then. The way I read this, at least. And they have a revolver. Here are the leases. So a big portion are leases, you know, which take down the risk a bit. But I think moving into earning secure, they just got a loan. And you can probably buy ammunition and stuff here, right? They reiterate their guidance for the full year. This was in early June. So they are saying like they need to get out there a bit more and do some more ads and stuff, and that's what they plan to do. So I don't know. Yeah, I think I pulled them up based on the chart now, and that I saw it trade very low, and also pulled them up in the near past here. But I didn't remember that earnings are coming up. I think it's a bit too risky now for me. They are in the tracker, keep that in mind. I think it's a good opportunity for maybe also a swing trade, but with earnings coming up now, I think I should be a bit careful here. Because if they miss on earnings, this can drop even. It's already at historical lows. So that's not exactly good, you know. I think I will just move to the next one. Oh, I see we are all... It's already 2 hours almost. I can do a little bit more. I have my holidays, but... yeah, let's see. We can do a little bit more. I'm not gonna... I don't think I would be able to go through all the tickers, but... a little bit more we can do. Seems like my sheet is exhausted too. Oh, so maybe they... I see. This is probably another one that Y-Sheet doesn't have in their database. They may have it, I just haven't updated and checked. I said that I'd contacted Guillermo before the stream, and he said they have added some tickers. So I have to update on my end to see. Maybe they have added this one, but I don't have it right now. Value saying, take a look at NUTX filing, even offline, and let me know your thoughts. I've just read through it fully, and I'm really happy with it. It'd be my top conviction stock now, followed by ALTO. Nice to know. I think I will do it off stream and let you know value. Maybe Dane and I can go through it also on Sunday. I think it sounds familiar though. Just gonna check it quick. Oh, 10% up now. Nice. Yeah. I will read up on it, value, and let you know. And probably then I can go through it on Sunday and just talk a little bit about it there. But you are hitting some home runs with your picks, value. It's impressive. So I'm not sure. Like, I pulled this is another ticker that is also in my tracker, but I think at least. Yeah, they are there. I'm gonna read tiny market cap. Oh yeah, see, they don't have it. See also here, the field is empty, so that means that Y Sheets doesn't have it. But I did it before though, so I can check what I wrote. Bloom in the comment, Jeremy Bloom. Bloom talking about how they are worth at least their book value and how growing diamonds take a long time, which makes inventory move slow. All right. And I added them 11 of March 2023, so it's a long time ago. I wanted them at 7, and it has dropped since then, but not quite where I wanted them. Oh no. Oh no, did I no, it was that one. But here, I wanted them not at 7, but once. What? Oh, this has changed. They have done like a split or something. So they were probably at $5, and I wanted them down to 160, and now they would have been on 2 or something like that. Here, yeah, here. Reverse stock split. Yeah. That seems accurate then. So I wanted them even cheaper, and that's almost erasing the market cap then. What is Bloom saying then? Is Bloom here now? Maybe he liked the comment, and that's why I said he was lurking. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I didn't see him comment on this. Yeah, all of this is wrong, so I think I just have to move on here. David saying, hold on, I need to head out, but it was great to hang with you two. Happy investing, friends. Thank you, David, and enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your week. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks again for using the chat. I'd love to see you back on Sunday. Sunday is a bit early, we know that, but hopefully see you soon then. Enjoy the rest of your day, and let me know what you think about what we go through here if you get the time to check it out. So CLRO. What is going on? They also don't have them. I think that's the case. Yeah, same. Oh, that sucks. I will pull these ones up after I update everything. I plan to try to do it tomorrow if you get the time. I can't promise that I will be able to. Hopefully they have added some of these, you know. Is this the same? Wrong ticker. CMLS. Oh, I can't believe it. It's the same. All right, same goes for that one then. Sandridge must be one. Sandridge must be one they have. Yeah, this one is better. So Sandridge close to 52-week low. 9% to it, up a little bit today. 470 million in market cap. It trades at 1264 right now. And you can see the margin it's been a good years now. It's a little bit down this year from the last two, which is reflected in like the cash generation here. You see a bit of a decline, and huge dividend though, 380, which they have just I don't know what this is. We'd have to check it out. But debt free. They have cash 206 million, which is a great position to be in. Very little inside ownership though. Who are the institutional owners here? Carl Icahn. Owned for a long time. All right. Okay. I still like the fundamentals though, but there's no question that they are on a little bit of a decline here. The earnings yesterday. They're gonna have an acquisition with 70 million. They're gonna spend some of this cash to buy something. Okay. And then they will come with the guidance in next quarter, I think it said. Updated guidance on the rest of the year. What is this dividend though? That seems high. One-time dividend, says Sandwich announces one-time 150 per share dividend and a 10% increase to its ongoing quarterly dividend to 11 cents per share from the current 10 cents per share. So they probably have similar to this, and then they just have a special dividend this year, which is kind of what I expected. But it was just such a surprise to see this high number when you compare it to the rest. And how is this on the chart? Like, yeah, as on earnings it fell, but it got a bounce up again. It actually looks good short term here. Seems to be turning around. I'm not surprised if you will see this trading now from like where we are, like 1280 to up to 14 in a short time actually, which would be a quick good gain. And they have this cash that they're gonna spend on acquisition, and they're gonna have 70 million left, and there's no problem here with the debt. They don't have debt, so it's no problem. And they still generate free cash flow. I like it. It's on my list as well as the rest of the ones I've talked about today. They trade a little bit over book value. The question is, what's the upside here? But I can see this. I think this should be a lot higher actually. I can see like at least 20 in the long run. That's where it got up to here after, well, way after the pandemic, but been sideways and a little bit down for a long time. But I bet this is on an earnings report, right? Dividend and probably good earnings. Went from 11 to 15. I think I can go up to, what did I just say, 14? I think I can go up to 14 in a short time period here. I kind of like this. I definitely like this. It's going to be on my list for one of my next purchases. SSRM, PBF, NCSM, BuzzFeed as a wild card, Soundridge. I like these companies. This guy has 13 to 15. Long term, I could see 20 on this stock. Short term, like I said, 14. This is now. It's it's a dog. I love good comments, good analytical comments like that. All right. I think I will have to. I know I just have 2 tickers left, but I have to save them till Sunday, I think, because I think I have to end the stream there. And I think I completely forgot to mention it. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but it's our 100th stream today. Which, in my view at least, is very impressive. I didn't expect us to go to 100, and that has gone fast. We started in like early December or something like that. And we have tried, I think most weeks we have done 3 per week. So it has gone fast. But this was the 100th. Dane and I, we're probably gonna do a little bit of a, what do you say, like market. How do you say, like nah, we gotta mention it on Sunday, and this is a bit boring to sit there and celebrate on my own, I want Dane with me. We can see on Sunday what we will do. Yeah, thank you, Valley. 100. It's impressive. I remember we have done a lot in those days, and a lot of things has happened. It was crazy with the BNet action, right? BNet, we were so sure, and actually, I know we say this all the time. The timing was wrong, but the thesis was right. But that was my point. Now my point was what happened after that was so crazy. All of a sudden Roaring Kitty came back, and it started this meme stock again, and BNet was one of the memes, and it went up so much in that short time, like a month after I sold something. So and everything that happened with ALTO, there's definitely been some action with the tickers that we have been involved with. So I hope that it has been valuable for everyone who has followed us for quite some time now, and I love that we get regular people in here now, and have a conversation. And soon we will be drinking whiskey together, Value, on the stream. Just a few months now, I hope. So that's gonna be good. But thanks for the congratulations here, and yeah, I'm sure Dane and I will talk a little bit about it on Sunday also. By the way, the stream on the weekend will be on Sunday. I listened to Dane on Tuesday, and he said he could only do on Sunday. We will make a tweet about the time, because I don't know which time we are on there yet, but I will try to read up on NUTX by then, Value, and maybe we can talk a little bit about it, Dane and I, on Sunday as well, together with some of the tickers that I couldn't go through today. And I think I will bring up didn't I mention something that I should ask Dane about on Sunday? I don't even remember. I will figure it out though. But we will do one on Sunday. So I guess I will see everyone then. And thanks again for following along. We really appreciate every single one of you. We really appreciate everyone who watches after the live stream, and that participate in making the channel worth doing. It's for me at least highly motivating to have a tiny community now to check in on and talk about investment, so it doesn't get so boring. A lot of times it's a little bit boring, not boring, but you want to speak with someone about your findings and stuff like that, so it's just good. But yeah, thanks. We will see you on Sunday then, and have a good day, the rest of your day, and a good Friday tomorrow. And then Dane and I will be back strong on Sunday. All right. Bye-bye.